Good afternoon, good day, good morning, whenever you are watching this. I am Ivadane, and welcome to the Ivadane Experience, also linked with Ivadane and Company, Talk Worth Listening To. What we're going to do today is discuss safe driving. I would like to first invite you to visit my website, networkingforsuccess.info networkingforsuccess.info. You will find a host of different items on this website. I'll also invite you to look at the other experiences of Ivadane on YouTube, the Ivadane Experience. And again, I welcome you. On our website, you'll find a book that I wrote on suicide awareness, prevention, and tools for elimination. This book is a very important read as this topic is highlighted too much in the news. But we're not going to dwell on that today. You will see the link on the website as well, networkingforsuccess.info, but please take a look at it. So, safe driving. First, my history in driving is that I first started with a regular driver's license, and then I followed up with a CDL. I've had my CDL license for approximately 30 years, and I am qualified to drive buses down to cars. No motorcycles, no tractor trailers, unless we're just going straight, but well qualified. Okay, so I have a lot of mileage under my belt and a lot of knowledge under my cap that I'm not wearing. I want to encourage you, if you're going into driving vehicles for the first time or re-entering the driving experience and wanting more confidence at it, I want to encourage you to pay attention, to be very observant. Make sure your mirrors are all in place where you can see your left, your right, your center. Make sure your peripheral is either good or that your mirrors are adjusted to accommodate. Focus, observation, your temperament when driving is very important. So if you've never driven before and you've been a passenger and or a pedestrian, think of the things that you've seen happen on the street, on the road, while you were walking or riding your bike or riding in a car with someone. Observation is very important because even before you're involved in it, what you have seen will become part of your experience. What you have heard will also become part of your experience. So just take a step back and give it a few minutes and think about your experiences with driving and or riding. Okay, and of course you could always pause it. If you're not finished, you can pause and get it started again. Okay, so personality means a lot in all the things that you do. Who you are, how you see things, how you handle situations, your reaction time, your focus, and how you handle distractions. Here's a side note. Many years ago, I think about 20 years ago, I was practicing writing with my left hand. And someone asked me, "Are you left-handed?" And I said, "No." They said, "Well, why are you writing with your left hand?" And I explained, because life happens and I may lose control of my right hand. So if that happens, I want to be able, as long as I can remember, to still write, but I'll then be writing with my right hand. My left hand. So though I'm right-handed, I practice writing with my left hand. That example also came along with When I'm driving, I practice driving with one eye closed. I'll close one eye, drive, close the other eye while opening the other eye, of course. I'll drive with my left eye closed. I'll drive with my right eye closed. Think about why I would do something like this. Okay. The reason I do it is because when you're driving and you have your windows open, or your real or fake eyelashes might fall in your eye. Window open, something might fly in from inside of your vehicle, something might drop in. If you aren't able to control yourself behind the wheel when something like this happens, you can lose control. So I practice it just in case it should happen. And lo and behold, I have both my hands, which is a good thing. But one day I was driving with my window open and something flew in and got into my eye, and I was able to close my left eye, that's my left on your side, my left eye, and still continue to drive. And then I pulled over, took care of the situation, and then resumed. So important to preparing for your task so you can be prepared for your task. So even when it comes to driving, the more you're prepared for it, the better off you are. This is why they have you take the 5-hour class, you take lessons either with family members or at driving school to kind of acclimate yourself to the possibilities of what can happen. I'm hoping eventually we can get a package into schools. Long before you become a driver, you're a pedestrian. And when you take the defensive driving course or when you take the 5-hour class, it shows you from behind the wheel how to handle the vehicle, how to observe. This is important even for you who are not driving, because as a pedestrian, it's important that you know what we as drivers see, how we as drivers must react to the situations outside of the vehicle, which would either be other vehicles or it will be pedestrians, walkers, bikers, texters, selfiers, the pedestrians. Could even be something coming down that got loose. Shingles, flying debris, it could be anything. Being prepared for the possibility is most important. Here's the other preparation. Knowing exactly what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. What you're going to do and how you're going to do it. Knowing your destination. So you're in a block, and this is just perspective. You're in a block, you're driving, you see a truck double parked. You can see this ahead in your same block, maybe toward the middle or the end. Now, for you drivers who are watching this, do you drive up to the vehicle, then signal to go around it? Or do you position yourself to be straight? Now, if you drive up to the vehicle, and let's say it's a 2-lane street, now you have to signal and position yourself on an angle to come around the vehicle, which could be hard if there's oncoming traffic or if you're too close. Or would it be safer when you see the vehicle ahead of you to already be prepared, to already be to the left of the vehicle if it's double parked on your right, to be to the left legally as much as possible so that when you get to the vehicle, even if you have to hint to go around it, it's better than a complete angle. Does that make sense? Better than a complete angle. You hint. So let's do some driving. When you get behind the wheel for the first time, what you want to do is adjust your mirrors, adjust your seat, put on your seatbelt. You want to put on your seatbelt, adjust your seat, then adjust your mirrors. Whichever you do first, you want to do those three things. You want it to be able to see out of your mirrors, left and right. You want to be able to see a little bit of your car and the lanes to the left and to the right of you. The center mirror, you want to have a position so you can see behind you and behind you center, left, and to a degree of right. You want to have that. You have these new vehicles, of course, full of technology where you'll have a front panel if you're going to go in reverse. They say you don't have to use your mirror. It's always, always, always recommended that you look in your mirrors and that you turn your head to look behind you if you're going to back up. You look in your mirror and you turn your head. And once again, it's about observation upon approach. Observation, preparation, knowing what it is that you want to do. Okay, so now we're all set. Seat adjusted, mirrors adjusted, center mirror adjusted, you're comfortable. Now when you're adjusting your seat so that your feet are comfortably able to reach the pedals. No cramping, not too close to the steering wheel. That's not good. You want to sit back. You want to have your legs stretched out. Not toes pointed, stretched out. You want to be able to reach the accelerator or the gas. Those are the two words, accelerator or the gas pedal. And you want to be able to reach the brake comfortably. You got that? Okay, next. It's time to move the vehicle. Now, what you don't want to do is put the vehicle in drive or reverse without having your foot on the brake. So the first thing you do is put your foot on the brake or depress the brake all the way down. Actually, you can press it, let it up, press it, let it up so you can get a feel for it. All right. With it pressed all the way down, you then want to put the gear. On your gear shift, you should have park, which is where your car should be. You should have reverse, neutral, then you'll have drive, maybe drive 1, drive 2. That sounds right. Okay. Park, first, reverse, second, which means going backwards, neutral, which means standing steady. If the vehicle is operating properly, you're going to stand steady. Then you'll have drive, which is forward. You'll have drive 1 and drive 2, which are for weather conditions and grades. Low grade, high grade, hills, downhills, uphills. All right. Your foot is on the brake. And now what you're going to do is you're going to, with your foot completely down on the brake, you're going to shift from park, down reverse, past that, neutral, past that, and drive. Hold your foot on the brake all the way. Once you're in drive, foot stays on the brake. Your foot stays on the brake. And let me say, do not do any of this unless you are of age with a permit or a driver's license. Of age, based on your locality, with a permit or with a driver's license. And I know I said with the driver's license, and earlier I said if you're already a driver, because you have people who have licenses but do not drive. Or they have licenses and they drive very little. So this is to help build your confidence and to get you comfortable behind the wheel in the vehicle. Again, observation, focus, personality, how you handle situations, being prepared for situations, all of that mental preparation before you physically move your vehicle, whether you're new or old as a driver, not age. We're not talking about age, but whether you're new or old as a driver. All right. So now, foot is on the brake. Your car is now in drive. You do not take off. Do not take off. What you now want to do is slowly ease your foot off the brake. Slowly. Just raise it up just a little, not all the way, just a little. And you're going to feel the vehicle move straight. Now, let me position you. You are not on a city street parked behind another vehicle. You are doing all of this in a parking lot where there's more than enough room for you to do what you're about to do, because you're going to go straight. You're going to go straight. You're not going to make left turns. You're not going to make right turns. You're going to hold onto the steering wheel. They say 10 and 3. So that would be here and here. Hold onto the steering wheel. And you're going to go straight. And I'm sorry, in your setup, your seatbelt, your mirrors, your seat position, and if the steering wheel is adjustable, adjusting the steering wheel to where it's comfortable for you. Not in your face, again, not all the way up on it. You want to be comfortably placed where your arms are stretched out, not extreme, comfortable. Just like you don't want your feet extreme, your legs extended too much. Okay. Now you're going to go straight with no acceleration / gas. This is with your foot on the brake, easing up lightly so the vehicle starts to move slowly. Now you're going to press the brake. You haven't taken your foot off, you've just eased it up a little bit. And you're pressing the brake so you can get a feel of what it takes for you to stop the vehicle. You want to get a feel of this new item, this brake, so you can see what it takes for you to stop the vehicle. Ease up, roll a little, no, not all the way up, roll a little, stop, ease, stop, get a feel, become comfortable. Your partners, I call my cars she's all the time. She's good, she's bad, she's my car. But your partners in this process, whether it's your car, a rented car, someone else's car, it doesn't make a difference. When you're behind the wheel, and remember this, you can only drive one vehicle. So when it comes to personality, when I say personality, don't scream and shout at the other driver in the other vehicle. They don't even hear you. Even if they did, it doesn't matter. Be prepared for people to get in front of you, to ride slowly behind you, to ride too close behind you. If someone rides too close behind you once you're out on the road and you're driving, just tap on your brake a little bit. Just tap on your brake. That lets them know that you're not moving fast. You might even stop. And when they see you do that, tap, tap, or even put on your hazards, right? They're going to do one or two things. They're going to back up off of you, or they're going to go around you. One or the other. But you can only drive one vehicle. You have one steering wheel, one accelerator, one gas, one horn. And please try not to use the horn unless it's absolutely necessary. Because if you blow it too much, it'll blow you back. It's crazy. It becomes a horn argument. Okay. And you don't want to alert someone to something that's already happened. You don't want to scare people. The horn, the lights are all communication devices in a vehicle to the people outside of the vehicle. So keep that in mind. To the vehicle, instruments, to communicate with people outside of your vehicle, whether it's other drivers or pedestrians, but make it necessary. Don't scream, don't holler, don't get mad, don't lay on the horn. Release yourself from all of that aggravation. Don't go in ready to fight because you're ready to drive, hopefully to some wonderful place to have a great time. Hopefully. Okay, so now we're still moving forward. We have not taken our foot off of the pedal. We just lightly ease up, slow down. Ease up, slow down. Ease up, slow down. That's what we're doing. Now you have a little bit of control and you're going straight. Now, with that same ease up, slow down, once you have that under control, I want you to hint to the steering wheel to go left. You see how I move my hands? Barely, just a hint. And you will see when you hint, because that hint controls your front wheels, the vehicle is going to start going to the left. That's what you want it to do. You don't have to, that's unnecessary, or that's unnecessary. That's a display of no control. No control. All you have to do is hint that you want to go. When you're making a turn, then it's a more fuller turn, a more fuller turn, a more fuller turn, but you'll get to that. This is about hinting to get the vehicle to go from your right to your left to your right, center, however you want it to go. But what you want to do now, because we're practicing, is you want to just calmly hint a direction to your vehicle. Just hint it. Good. Hint back, straight. You want to feel and get control, and you're still depressing the brake. You're just easing up. You're not touching the gas or accelerator at all right now. It's just the ease up, slow down. Ease up. So while you're rolling on the ease up, that's when you're going to hint. So you'll see the car's going to go or to the left, or it's going to go to the right. It's going to do either one of those things. And that's what you want it to do. You, again, are trying to feel the control you need to get this vehicle to do what you want it to do. Okay, so you can practice that. The next step, we're going to take our foot off of the gas, off the brake. You're going to go a little faster, and now you're going to apply it again. See what it takes for you to stop this vehicle, because you want to control it. You do not want it to control you. Good? Okay. Now we're moving on to acceleration or applying the gas, one or the other, whatever word you want to use. You're going to move your foot to the right, and you're going to gently, Gently, gently apply to the accelerator, a little pressure. See what it takes for your foot, your body, to control the speed of this vehicle. Just apply it, come off of it, apply the brake. Apply it, come off of it, apply the brake. Those are the things that you want to do. Apply it, come off of it, apply the brake. You good? Practice that. The next step is going to be to accelerate and steer. Again, that's that hint to the left, hint to the right. Hint to the left, see what it takes, hint to the right. When you're doing this going forward, if you turn your steering wheel to the left, the front of your vehicle is going to go left. If you turn your steering wheel to the right, the front of your vehicle is going to go right. That's how it works for the front. And now you're applying a little bit of acceleration, steering, and braking. Feel that control and get it. Okay? And you're good. Now you're going to stop, because you've decided you want to make a left or a right turn. See what it takes. Now, when you're making the turn, you want to position yourself, and you want to apply or even off the brake for now. Off the brake, and you want to turn, but look at where you want to go. Focus, know where you want to go, your direction. If you want to go right, just to your right exactly, turn the wheel and see what it takes to go right. Keep holding the wheel. And once your front is where you want it to be, you can actually start easing up on the steering wheel to the other direction, because the rest of the car is going to follow. So you turn it to the right, and when you're where you want to be in that lane, then you can start straightening it up. Take it easy. Okay. You can do this with no gas or with a little. It all depends on how comfortable you've gotten with the brake. You want to be comfortable with the brake before you go to the next step. And so the same thing is going to work for the left turn. So you have the straight, you have your hint, you have your left. Now when you're making your turns, and even when you're going to the hinting left or hinting right, if you use your signal, now this is the signal, turn signal switch has 4 positions, maybe 5. One position is not on at all. The other position is when you hit it up to your right, you want to go right. If you hit it down, you want to go left. Now when you hit it, it's locked in. And when you're making your turn, it will automatically come back. But let's just say you're changing a lane. If you're changing a lane, you don't hit it. You don't hit it. You actually just put a little bit of pressure on it, and you'll see it will go through. Okay, I'm sorry, we lost me. But you will see it will go through. It will go through so that you can, I'm sorry, give me 1 second, please. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulty, but I should be able to control it. Okay, we're good? Okay, we're good. All right, so when you make your turn and you complete your turn, your steering wheel, if you engage it completely, will automatically come back, but you still have to control it, and your signal light will go off. If you're hinting just to change a lane, left or right, you just put it in a slight position and you'll see blink, 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 because you're changing a lane. If you don't make a complete turn with your steering wheel and you do engage your signal in a full turn position, you'll have to take it out the position manually. And after doing that too many times, your signal, your signal light switch will go out. Meaning, okay, here we have a repair. But let's not talk about repairs. You're just starting to drive. You just want to know there's 5 positions. It's the turn left, turn right, the change lane left, the change lane right, and the standard position. 5 positions. You always want to signal because once again, what are the communication devices in the vehicle with the other vehicles on the street? Exactly. It's your lights, headlights, fog lights, high beams, turn signals, hazard lights, and your horn. Those are your controls in your vehicle that communicates with the other vehicles and pedestrians out on the street. And it's very important. So after you watch this, you'll start noticing that a little more. You may have already been, but you definitely will start noticing it a little more. Okay, so here we are. Now we've gone through getting used to, we've gone through the driving portion of getting used to the signals, getting positioned safely, your seatbelts, your light, your seatbelts, your mirrors, observation, staying focused, knowing your destination, seeing ahead of yourself, which is very important, seeing ahead of yourself. So, where are we now? You've made a turn. The signal light after your turn is complete will automatically go off as your steering wheel comes back into place. And the steering wheel will indirectly go back into place. If you turn it to go right, you'll feel it coming back when you're ready to straighten up because it has a normal position that it wants to be in with the steering wheels and with the tires. So it will come back, but you still always keep it covered. Okay? Remember, if you're going right, you turn your steering wheel right. If you're going left, you turn your steering wheel left. Going forward. Let's talk about going in reverse. When you're going in reverse, straight is straight. Always observation, your mirrors, look behind you, see who's coming. See who's going. If you see someone approaching and you begin to drive and you don't see that person anymore, stop until you find out where they are. That's very important because sometimes you have what they call blind spots. If you have a blind spot and you're going to make a turn and this person is in your blind spot, you could be in a lot of trouble because they may not be standing when you finish your complete turn. So if you don't see them anymore, stop, look for them, and then continue. Now, if you're going in reverse and you turn your steering wheel left, which way is your rear going to go as you're backing up? Think about it. So your steering wheel, your wheels are turned this way, and you're backing up. Your steering wheel is turned left, and you're backing up. Correct. The rear of your vehicle is going to follow the steering wheel. So if you turn your wheels this way, and you're backing up, the back of your vehicle is going to go in the direction that you're turning in. You see? So if you're turning left, the back of your vehicle is going to go left. If you're turning right, the back of your vehicle is going to go right. And when you're parking, you do a little bit of both. You're going to go left, you're going to go right, you're going to go straight. So get a feel of going in reverse. The same way you got a feel of going forward, put your vehicle in reverse, check your rear, check your mirrors, make sure there's no one behind you, ease up off the brake, and gently hint with the, remember the hint. Hint with the steering wheel left, hint with the steering wheel straight, hint with the steering wheel right. So you can see how the rear of your vehicle is going to move. Okay? Well, I hope this has helped you. There's a whole lot more to come with the Ibarene experience and or Ibarene with company or collaboration with giving you more insight on safe driving, fair driving, conscious driving. This has been Ibarene Smith speaking about driving. Once again, you can visit the website networkingforsuccess.info. networkingforsuccess.info. Thank you.